You're, planning on having a baby.
Why are you surprised? Oh, okay, let me answer that because you don't listen, ever.
Some random guy on a list?
It's not random. This is a list of men who possess qualities that I would like to see in a father. You will notice you're not on it, so don't give it another thought.
Robin, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Well, whatever it is, it's none of your business.
Yeah, it is. You're doing this because of me.
I think Johnny Sakar killed Letitia, and his father, Anthony, is, covering up for his lunatic son to make it look like the act of a serial killer.
Well, that could explain why Jerry Jacks took a knife in the chest.
You know what, Max? Things haven't been this unstable in a long time. I want everything. We need to be prepared. I want to tighten security around my family.
Consider it done, boss. Boss, can I offer an opinion?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Maybe it's time we send Sakara our own message.
You want me to take out Trevor Lanes?
Lancey. Are you positive that he has John? Absolutely not. Anthony can't know this.
Carly, you were never here. Go.
I'm not going anywhere until I get some answers. Why'd you take pictures of me and my husband? For your own perverted pleasure, or are you trying to send me another message?
And they call me crazy.
If y'all start talking, I'll show you crazy.
Of course, you and your enormous ego would think that every decision I make has to do with you, but this time, you're wrong. I'm having a baby because it's what I want.
All of a sudden.
It's not all of a sudden. If you paid any attention at all, you would know that.
Look, Robin. Robin. Hey, look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we broke up. I'm sorry I hurt you. Obviously, I didn't realize how big of a blow it would be.
What did you just say?
You realize why you're doing this, right? You're trying to fill a void. That's where this desire for a child is coming from.
To fill this big, scary void in my heart that you left? Your arrogance knows no bounds. Okay, let's try this again. My decision to be a single mother has nothing to do with our breakup, okay? It has been building since I thought for 5 minutes I might be pregnant with your child. A thought that clearly horrified you.
Okay. What about the potential guys on this daddy list? How do you think they're gonna feel?
Well, not your problem. You're not on it.
Okay, well, so, Sonny and Jason and Andy are crossed off. What about, Nicholas and Jackson? Spinelli?
Spinelli's a genius.
You gotta be kidding me. Spinelli has no social skills whatsoever. You really think that's father material? He can barely tie his own shoe.
Well, then it's a good thing I'm only looking for a little DNA, right?
And so what are you gonna do? Just go around asking for donations?
You don't want a baby. You've made that perfectly clear to me and everyone else that cares. And of course, that is your life. That's your decision. That's fine. But please respect my decisions. I want to be a mother, and that does not make me crazy or desperate. Holding on to a dead-end relationship in spite of what I really want, that would make me crazy or desperate. And you know what? I don't even blame you. I'm grateful to you, actually. When that test stick turned blue and we realized that the pregnancy was false, you practically did backflips. And in that moment, everything got real clear to me. No matter how much we've been through, no matter how far we've come, you still want open options. I don't. I'm ready to commit to something bigger than myself. So I'm doing it on my own terms. This conversation's over. Leo. Are you free for drinks tonight? I have something important to discuss with you.
So, what have we got here? When did you all of a sudden become Father Goose? Don't you think it's a little late to start policing who your daughter goes out with?
Oh, yeah? This from a man who tries to police the life of a woman who hasn't loved him in 3 decades?
This has nothing to do with Laura.
This has everything to do with Laura. You had no relationship with your son for over 20 years. And now you're trying to use Laura's daughter to make it up to him.
Lulu and I made a little deal.
You played on her vulnerability. You dangled my freedom and her mother's guardianship in her face and tried to bully her into going back to him the second time.
You're wrong, as usual. Of course, why would I expect you to know anything about your own daughter? She wants to get back with Logan. I am merely giving her the opportunity.
Can I get you anything? Look, if we're gonna make this work, we gotta be really, really honest with each other, even if it's painful. What I'm saying is, I don't want you to pull any punches with me. Not that you would. You know, if there's stuff you gotta get out, go ahead and say it. I can take it.
You made a fool of me. And I hate knowing that you're capable of that, and I hate that I let you. And just so we're clear, if Scott hadn't made me an offer that I couldn't refuse, I wouldn't be here.
It's fair enough. But, Lulu, I mean, the deal's done. You know, your parents are off the hook. Nicholas has been reinstated as your mom's guardian. You can walk right now.
I have this annoying little quirk. When I give my word, I stick to it. I promised you an honest second chance, and that's what you're gonna get. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna forget what you did, how you broke my trust. When I think of all the people that told me to stay away from you and to protect my heart, and instead of listening, I defended you and I told my friends and my family that you were this decent guy, and underneath all that macho crap, you had some sensitive soul. It's just not gonna be that easy for me to trust you again.
Which begs the question. Are you really here to give us another shot, or are you just looking to pay me back?
Sorry for interrupting.
Actually, we're finished. We'll talk later.
Got it.
I probably should have knocked.
It's probably a good idea.
I think I learned that by now. But the fact remains I didn't. And I can't pretend I didn't hear what I heard.
Well, Max and I were just, discussing the best possible way to protect the people that I love.
And your solution is killing Trevor to send a message.
Do you, Kate, do you really want to have this conversation with me right now?
Just calm down.
That's not gonna happen.
This good cop, bad cop routine you two work, it's cute. I'd like to see where it's headed, but if I don't show my face in a few hours, things are going to get ugly. If you know what I mean.
Why don't you stop making threats and tell me what I want to hear?
I didn't send you any text messages. You contacted me, remember? Pretended to be Lulu so I'd meet you.
What about strangling an innocent woman? Is that your idea of a good time? How'd you do it? How'd you kill Letitia? What exactly did you use?
I didn't use anything because I didn't kill anybody.
You're a liar.
That's
Yeah?
enough. That's enough. Stop.
Jason wants me out of here. Things are gonna get ugly, if you know what I mean.
If you brought me here to kill me, get it over with.
I hate to burst your bubble, Spencer, but this isn't about your family. It's about mine. I've got a lot of lost ground to cover with Logan.
Well, you're not going to pimp my daughter in order to ease your own conscience.
Well, you know what? You're missing the point as usual, you rummy. Now, if Lulu didn't care about Logan, she wouldn't have taken this deal.
Lulu cares about her mother. This is low even for you. You profess this undying love for Laura, and then you push her daughter into the arms of your little bastard, the same little bastard that broke her heart?
Look, he's not the first guy that's made a mistake with a girl that he cares about. You, of all people, Spencer, should understand that. So why don't you just stick to the tried and the true and focus on your own selfish self and stay out of my son's business?
Trust isn't something that I give out easily or freely. Maybe it's genetic, something that I've inherited from my father. He loves me. And on some level, I've always known that, but he's always had one foot outside the door, and it's made it very hard for me to keep the faith.
I understand that.
I thought that you could, but obviously I was very wrong. Opening up to you was a very big deal, Logan. And when I found out that all we were was just some bet that you had made with Maxie, I can't even tell you how betrayed I felt. I couldn't find the words, so I shut down.
Okay, you know that I didn't know you when I made that deal.
And I know that in my head. Just like I know you regret it.
I do.
Just like I know that Maxie was trying to hurt you just as much as she wanted to hurt me when she told me about it. But something else I got from my dad was a strong sense of self-preservation. I miss you, but I don't trust you. And it's gonna be really hard to take that leap again. You know what? I can't be here.
Lulu, just wait.
Don't
Just
push it, okay? How have you been?
I'm off the pills. Withdrawal was no fun, though.
I'm sorry.
I don't recommend being locked up for murder as a form of rehab, but it works. I'd also like to think if I ever got out that I wouldn't pick up again. But we both know I have a tendency to lie to myself.
You have post-traumatic stress, and you wanted drugs as a way to manage it. I should have been way more helpful.
This is starting to sound like an apology. I'm guessing it's not going to be possible to pin your father's death on Jolene Crowell after all?
I don't know. Jolene has a sister who came to see her. This woman, Nadine, she's a nurse, and apparently she's joining the staff at the hospital.
And this Nadine, is she going to object to having her sister charged with yet another murder?
Just because someone's on life support and they have no chance of recovery doesn't mean that you stop loving them. You want to preserve their dignity. You want people to know that their life had meaning and worth. So yes, I do think that Nadine Crowell will step up and defend Jolene. And because I have no idea where Jolene was at the time that my father died, I don't know how to...
Your father died because I turned off his life support. I knew what I was doing, and I'm fully prepared to pay the consequences.
Okay. I need the truth about who stabbed you.
I told you, Nicholas Cassadine.
And I'm supposed to believe you because you've been so honest with me in the past.
Jax, what would be my incentive for lying, honestly?
I don't know, maybe some misguided effort to keep the peace with these Zakara people. Look, I need the facts. If you were stabbed by someone in Zakara's organization, that means the truce that I broke it isn't holding.
Zakara will honor the truce as long as he finds it useful, and then all bets are off. And then there's really no way to find out where he stands, is there? In any event, if Zakara wanted to plant a knife in my chest, his word to you or anyone else wouldn't matter. I already told you the truth. Nicholas stabbed me, and here's the kicker. He doesn't even remember.
Have Rubicon saddled and ready to go in about 10 minutes. Thanks.
You going riding?
Huh?
Do you think that's a good idea?
Why wouldn't it be?
These episodes that you're having are getting worse, Nicholas, and now you're losing time.
Well, I wanted to get out of the house for you.
For me?
You think I haven't noticed? You walking on eggshells? Trying not to set me off. I hate what this is doing to you.
Nicholas, it's not you. It's the side effect of whatever drug Jerry injected you with or some other medical condition. We're going to find out what it is and we're going to treat you.
Okay, well, until we do find out what it is, I need to be careful about putting myself in a situation that could trigger another outburst. And I just figured that a ride seems safe enough and you could use the brake.
I don't need a break. It's just gonna make me worry more.
What do you want? What do you want me to do? Just barricade myself in my own home? I didn't do that.
What if you have another blackout?
It's just a ride. It's second nature to me.
Yeah, but you could fall and seriously injure yourself.
You stop treating me like a child.
Hi.
Hey, vodka me, please. How are you?
Thank you for coming.
You look wonderful.
To be honest with you, I really didn't need any convincing. I think this is a great idea. I really do.
You do?
Yeah, man, it's no secret that you and Patrick broke up. You know, you want to get on with your life on your own terms.
That's it exactly.
It's perfectly understandable. I mean, especially since it's clear that he's moved on with his very capable, very
no.
beautiful...
Layla is not my reasons for doing anything. I wanted to do this long before I broke up with Patrick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. Well, that's great. Well, I guess that's safe for me to admit that, me too, yeah.
Oh, well, I don't want you involved, emotionally speaking.
No, that's okay, yeah, sure. That's two adults. I can totally live with that, it's fine.
Right, this is about me. This is about what I want.
You're the boss, definitely. But I gotta say that I'm surprised. I mean, I never took you for that kind of, that vibe. I never got that vibe from you.
What vibe?
The hooking up thing.
Well, what?
Well, I figured you're trying to send a message to Patrick that you're not, in your home weeping over your beer,
Okay,
whatever, and you want to hook up.
Stop. What are you talking about?
Okay. What are you talking about?
I think you completely misunderstood why I asked you here.
Okay. Well, let's start over then. Why did you?
I can answer that. She wants you to be the father of her child.
Nicholas showed up here full of righteous indignation, demanding why I told Emily he stabbed me. It was obvious he had no clue what happened.
Nicholas has been experiencing some problems.
Apparently so.
One of them is memory loss. Do you think that there might be some kind of side effect from the poison that you gave Nicholas?
I honestly don't know. What I can tell you is that Nicholas came out of nowhere and stabbed me with brutal efficiency. If he has no control of his violent impulses and no memory of it afterwards, I mean, it's a true definition of a loose cannon, I can tell you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's exactly what I'm trying to avoid.
No, you were right. I was treating you like a child. I was nagging.
No. That's not an excuse for yelling at you. I'm sorry. God, I hate this. Whatever this thing is, I hate this. I hate seeing the fear in your eyes.
Because I'm not afraid of you.
But part of you thinks that I actually did stab Jerry. I've done some other horrible thing that I can't remember.
No, I told you, I don't think that you're the one who attacked Jerry. It's not in your nature to be deliberately cruel.
But that's where you're wrong. It isn't my nature. Look at my family. Look at Helena. Look at my father.
You are nothing like them.
Nick, you and I need to talk about Lulu.
No, I have a better idea. Why don't you tell me where my mother is?
Your mother is safe. That's all you need to know.
Well, you've been gone for months. I deserve to know exactly what's happened.
What's happened right under your nose. Baldwin used Laura to hook Lulu up with his worthless son. I want to know what you did to stop it.
You made it clear you don't want to know about or be associated with my business. You don't even want me, be a silent partner in your new venture, which kind of hurt my feelings, but I can respect that.
I just overheard you and your bodyguard talk about killing Trevor as if you were discussing a shipping order. And now you are evading the issue by saying it's out of respect for my wishes.
What do you want? You can't have it both ways.
Sometimes I wish I didn't walk through that door.
Yeah, well. Yes, coming into my life complicated things for both of us. I don't regret it. You know why? Because you finally showed up.
Have few decades too late?
No, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, we make less sense now together than we did when we were kids and it was a simple world, but there's something between us. You don't? You know what I mean? It's good. And we can build on that.
Right, if I develop bad hearing and selective memory loss. I don't know, honey. I don't know if I can do that.
Boss, Trevor Lansing to see you.
Yeah.
Come on in.
You just made a serious error. Maybe even irreversible.
You know something about Letitia. Why don't you just tell me and end this? I wouldn't even import Charles in. It's not what I asked. I don't know anything. Why are you so nervous? Maybe I have a problem being kidnapped and held at gunpoint.
No, you were actually really cool until the subject of Letitia came up. If you didn't kill her, Johnny, you know who did.
I liked your father. I understood his confusion and his fear. It's humiliating to fail yourself. And it's also frustrating beyond belief.
My father had a medical condition.
Well, hell, so did I. Post-traumatic stress is real. There's all kinds of theories about treatment, but the fact is post-traumatic stress is in your head, just like Alzheimer's. You're in a wheelchair. There's no disability for anybody to see. You look whole. You want to be whole, but you're not. And you doubt yourself all the time. You're terrified of falling even further.
I think my father responded to you because you respected him. You know, you didn't look at him and compare him against the man that he used to be, and I really, really wish I could have done that.
Why wouldn't you miss the father you knew? Why wouldn't you want him back strong? And how did you describe him? Brilliant and imposing. If he had the choice, that's who he'd want to be.
Who would you want to be?
Well, Dr. Winters, are you shrinking me?
I'm speaking to you as... I don't even know if we're friends. I just know that you did me the biggest favor of my life. And I would like to at least just know a little bit more about you. If you didn't have post-traumatic stress disorder, if you could just wish it away, who would you be?
A soldier.
You have no right to barge in on this private conversation.
Actually, we weren't having a conversation. I mean, not the same one, at least. Not if what Patrick's saying is right. I mean, come on. Were you seriously gonna ask me to father your child?
See, I didn't even get a chance to explain it to him.
Well, maybe you should get to the point a little sooner with the rest of you guys on the list.
Oh, there's a list.
Yeah, to avoid this kind of confusion.
This is so not how I wanted it to go. Okay, here's the deal. I want to have a child, and I'm considering artificial insemination. I don't like the idea of an anonymous donor, so I made a list of men who have qualities that I admire. Patrick is not on the list, but you are.
You know, I'd be flattered if I actually believed for a minute you thought so highly of me, but I don't know.
Why else would I ask you here?
Well, look, you guys obviously have some issues to deal with. I'm not gonna stand in the way of that. So, drinks on me. Enjoy the conversation. Patrick?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Robin, I'm trying to keep you from getting hurt.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
I'm starting to worry about you.
I would have called, but I lost my cell phone. Probably did that on purpose, you know, subconsciously. It betrayed me by taking pictures of us rolling around on the couch. Okay, that was a bad lie. I just don't want you to be mad because I know how much it bugs you when I'm late. That's a lie, too. Okay, fine, if you want to know the truth. I got a text from Letitia's killer.
Come on in. You're just in time for the fun part.
What are you doing here?
I wish I could say I dropped by to see you, but I was dragged here at gunpoint. Have you decided whether you're gonna kill me or not?
Lulu, you need to leave.
I get that you're too cool to care whether or not you live or die, but pissing Jason off is a really stupid move.
That's your response?
Pretty much.
You don't care if I live or die?
No, I have my own problems. Whatever you did to make Jason drag you here is on you to solve.
I think she likes me.
This is a business meeting. I hardly think that Kate needs to stick around to hear the gory details.
Don't tell Kate what to do.
No, then by all means stay. Look at your sonny for the street punk he really is.
I have business of my own to attend to.
Do you?
Yes, Trevor. You can't stop me from having a life, no matter how hard you try.
Give him back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Jason Morgan abducted Johnny Zaccara. And if you don't return him immediately unharmed, I guarantee you that Anthony Zaccara is going to exact his own pound of flesh. And then some.
This is a really bad time, Luke. Nicholas
Emily,
is dealing
run
with a lot.
interference if you need to, but this is going to take longer that way.
It's okay. Go call the groom, tell him to cancel the ride. Okay? It's okay. Thanks. So what can I do for you?
I don't know, Nick. You tell me. While you're riding your polo ponies, Lulu's up to her neck in Baldwin's.
I spoke to Lulu about Logan. I tried to
Well,
warn
obviously
her.
you didn't warn her hard enough. Otherwise, she wouldn't have gone to bed with this kid on a bet.
Everyone who cares about Lulu has weighed in on the subject, except you, of course, because you weren't around.
I wasn't around because I was trying to protect your mother from Baldwin because you couldn't do it. I don't know why I thought you could protect your sister any better.
I liked everything about the military. The concept of honor and duty, of serving a cause greater than yourself. And I don't mean the war. I mean the men I was fighting with. I liked the challenge. In high school, I was a big athlete, and I guess I assumed that that would translate. And for a while it did. I got through my first tour okay. I volunteered for my second. And I saw too much. Just couldn't take it. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how I could fail at something I've been trained for. And you can call it whatever you want, post-traumatic stress, but it doesn't change how I feel. And when I saw your father lying there, I knew I had the power to set him free. And for the first time in a long time, I had a purpose.
Yeah, but you're leaving out one pivotal fact. I basically asked you to kill him. I sat there in that room and I told you I wanted to set him free.
Well, people say a lot of things when they're grieving.
Yeah, but technically I was still your doctor. Yeah. Maybe there's some legal argument that I exerted undue influence over you. And if I go forward, they're gonna have to listen to that.
I just told you that I finally got a little bit of my honor back. Don't dare try to take that from me.
I'm not telling you what to do. I know better. I'm just asking that you take some time. What you're talking about is a life-changing decision for you and for the baby that you plan on bringing
Okay,
into this
it's
world.
insulting that you are implying I haven't given this serious
I'm
consideration.
sure you have, but you're dealing with one major change in your life right now. Why do you have to go on to another one so soon?
Do you hear yourself? We're not even together anymore and you're still trying to run my life.
Robin, you're missing the point.
No, here's the point. What I do doesn't concern you. Just like you sleeping with Layla doesn't concern me. No, she didn't tell me. She didn't have to. I'm not blind. But I'm not blaming anyone, really. I'm not even judging it. And I feel awful for taking out my frustration on her, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I've decided on a new course of action, and I will follow through. And honestly, I don't care if you approve.
I took the phone to Jason so Spinelli could trace the sender. They're not too optimistic because the killer keeps piggybacking other people's phones.
Assuming, of course, the killer sent it.
Of course the killer sent it. How else would the killer know that Letitia was killed with a telephone call?
Well, there's no proof that the message you received and the one Sonny received are related.
The logical suspect is Johnny Zacchara.
Maybe not.
You need to go now.
Really? Yeah. I see. So you can't be bothered when your sister's in trouble?
There's just some things that are going on right now that you don't know about, okay? Some personal issues that I'm dealing with.
You want to tell me about them?
No, I don't. I can't, okay?
Are you aware that while you're dealing with your personal issues, Lulu has cut a deal with Baldwin and agreed to go back to his little bastard son?
Well, guess what? Lulu's an adult now, which means she gets to dictate who she sleeps or doesn't sleep with. Now, I'm telling you, get out of my house.
This kidnapping is an exercise in futility. Johnny Zacchara didn't know anything about the murder of your nanny.
Then he has nothing to worry about, right, Trevor?
So you are going to use this as a bargaining chip? You're seriously courting disaster?
Oh, so you do speak for Anthony Zacchara.
I can't say anything clearer than this. Give him back. Now. And unharmed. Or I can't take the responsibility for the safety of anybody who knows you.
How many times do I have to tell you I didn't send any text messages to Carla?
You sent some to Lulu. Let me ask you this. Did you intend to kill Letitia when you went to Carly's house, or did she surprise you?
Once more, I didn't kill this woman. I wasn't even in town.
And you're not going anywhere.
Oh, I'm surprised to see you here. That wasn't a complaint.
I didn't expect to come back. Something is going on at Jason's, and as long as I had to leave, I figured I should probably clear things up with you.
Okay. There's just one problem with that, Lulu, because the more you try to make things clear to me, the more confused I get. I never know what you're thinking, really, from one moment to the next.
Here's an idea. Ask me.
Okay. So there are about a dozen different places you could be right now, but you're here, which means you, I don't know, you're really trying to work things out with us? Just a second.
I was really hoping not to find you here.
Everybody's under the assumption that Letitia's death is connected to Zacchara. Okay, that's not a stretch considering his reputation and the fact that he wants to do business in Port Charles. But here's another perspective. I don't think that Letitia's murder and Zacchara putting pressure on Sonny are related. I think they're two separate events.
Who else would want to kill Letitia?
Maybe the killer has these sudden violent outbursts that later on he can't remember. Like Nicholas can't remember stabbing Jerry.
Oh my God, what happened?
Don't worry, Luke's fine. Sit down.
No, I know. I just saw him leave. Clearly, you're not.
Oh, I cut myself on the letter opener there.
How?
Just being stupid, nothing you have to worry about. I want you to focus on much happier things.
Any suggestions?
Funny you should ask that. How does the idea of a party sound to you?
A party?
Well, a party. That party is a little misleading here.
I am talking about a ball far more elaborate than the bacchanalia we had, and I want you to be the hostess.
You're planning a formal ball. Here?
Yes. Why, are you thinking of a more appropriate place?
No, but, are you sure that throwing a huge ball like that here is a good idea?
Yes. Yes, we could use a distraction right now. And plus, I'm making an endowment to General Hospital. They could certainly use the money right now. Yeah, help keep those vultures from MedCam away. But more importantly, I want it for you. As a gift. Because you deserve it. And because I love you.
You don't leave until you tell me about Letitia.
You're messing with things you don't even remotely.
So explain it to me.
If I'm not returned soon, the very people you're trying to protect could wind up dead.
Who's gonna hurt him? You?
Why the hell wasn't I told? No excuses! I want my son back, and I want him now!
Johnny is my leverage. Why would I give him up?
If Johnny Zakara is not released, there is going to be a substantial loss of life. In the report.
You know what the problem is? Anthony Zakara and I are dealing with a middleman. I want a face-to-face.
Not possible.
Up to Zakara. Because I'll tell you right now, Trevor, it's the only way he's gonna get his son back.